Manchester City had one shot in the first 40 minutes against Liverpool. This is probably the first time that any team has dominated Pep Guardiola players so much. I analyzed all the key situations from the first half to show you how it happened that Manchester City were not able to create a single good chance that would end with a shot on target. Let's find out. Both teams started this match in the 4-2-3-1 formation. However, when Manchester City built the positional attack, they changed the formation to 3-2-4-1. In this way, Ortega created defense line together with Ake, Diaz and Walker, and Akanji moved higher up to the number 6 position together with Bernardo Silva. When Luis Diaz approached Ruben Diaz, Akanji moved to the free space and Ortega had two options for passing, and in between them only one player pressing, McAllister. He had to choose whether to approach Bernardo or Akanji. And in theory, this plan was very good, but it had one problem. Akanji is not a player in number 6 position. He cannot turn quickly with the ball, like Gravenberch does. Here we can see if not Foden falls, Liverpool would have had a 4 vs 4 situation in attack. A moment later, this time Szoboszlai approaching high to press is again alone against the two Silva and Akanji. The whole action would have been well played if the ball had been passed to Gundogan at the first tempo. Moving it back resulted in another loss. Here McAllister decided to approach higher to press and together with Szoboszlai cut off the passing line to Bernardo and Akanji. However, this opened up space for a pass to Foden, which Ortega used, but McAllister returned to defense brilliantly and forced Foden to make a mistake. Another problem for Manchester City was Matheus Nunes. He's not a typical winger. Ortega playing long, direct balls to him locks him in the side area, especially since after receiving the pass, Nunes does not have a single passing option, neither progressive, holding, nor backwards. There is also no possibility of playing a through ball to Haaland. In a similar situation when Kelleher passes the ball to Salah, he plays great with his back to the goal and additionally receives two line of passing. And when he would win the duel with the defender, he can play a through ball to Luis Diaz. Pep Guardiola once said after 6 wins in a row that the key to victory was that they ran less, and that is what Bernardo Silva should have done, who after the pass ran to the left side, taking Szoboszlai with him and once again locking Nunes to the side in a 3 vs 3 situation. The lack of Bernardo would have created more space and opened up the passing line to Ortega, but it ended with another loss. When regaining possession, the lack of a creating and fast winger is a big problem. Was it the lack of trust or belief in Nunes' abilities? It's hard to say, but Gundogan doesn't take advantage of opportunity to pass to Matheus Nunes, who would have a one-on-one situation on the wing and 2 players running from the penalty area, Foden and Haaland. The German, however, prefers to withdraw the ball to the back. Perhaps Pep Guardiola didn't like that because in the next action, when Manchester came out well from under the pressing, Gundogan passed the ball to Nunes, releasing him for a one-on-one duel with Trent Alexander-Arnold. Unfortunately, Nunes lost the duel. Liverpool's strength lies in their transitions. Even when City managed to play out wide, Liverpool have a 7 vs 3 advantage, which gives Manchester City very little chance of creating a situation. In Arne Slot teams, practically the entire squad defends, but most of them also attack. After receiving the ball, the offensive players start to counter-attack as quickly as possible. Manchester City's struggles also stem from poor individual performance. Many mistakes or losses are not only due to tactical or positional issue, but also a drop in individual form. For City, this was their worst first half since 2010, when they had only a shot in the 58th minute in the match against Arsenal. Will Pep get out of the crisis? Let me know what you think. See you in the next analysis.